Hey guys, I'm going to try this again. Trying with headphones this time to maybe block out some of the noise. I used a noise filter yesterday to try to get rid of some of the noise, but there was some kind of clanking noise. I don't even hear the clanking noise. I don't know what the hell it is from. I don't have keys in here. I have a fob in my pocket, so something in here, when you record it, it just makes a noise. And then the stand for this thing just falls off. It's got sticky stuff. Oh, it's supposed to be real heavy duty. Well, it's not. It's crap. So, since yesterday I don't have a whole lot to talk about, one thing I did forget to mention yesterday was talking about going to see horror movies on the theater. The one I saw last weekend was Bone Lake, and for some reason it just escaped me and I forgot to mention it because I think Good Boy was a better movie. Bone Lake was more, I know it was intense. Some people thought it was dull. I didn't at all. It was kind of a slow burn, but it was good because you're not quite sure what's going to happen, and then by the end you kind of figure it out. But I kind of had Good Boy figured out too. Maybe after a while you just see so many of these movies that you get them figured out. But it was definitely worth watching. It was kind of like the movie Speak No Evil. If you guys saw that movie, I think it came out last year. It was pretty good. It had similar vibes to that. And I also saw The Dark Crystal on Sunday, which I had seen before. It was in theaters. I'm not even really sure because it didn't have an anniversary. They just brought it back in theaters for a couple days when I went. And it was nice to see it on a big screen without any disturbances. I have two dogs and two cats. And the dog Button, the littler dog, loves to bark at the TV. Like, she will not shut up. It's cute at first. People, oh, isn't that cute? She barks at TV. Yeah, it's cute for 5 minutes. If you're trying to watch any kind of movie, you can't even watch violent movies like horror movies. She doesn't like violence and she doesn't like other dogs. Or there's a commercial for a talking cookie. She does not like that cookie. Just like she hates Muppets. We can't watch anything with the Muppets, which sucks for me because I love the Muppets. So the only other alternative is to put her in another room and then she'll like bark because there's a movie called Bring Her Back that I saw. I saw it in the theater over the summer and I just loved it. And it was on HBO and Paul didn't see it with me and I was like, you gotta watch this movie, it's really good. And we watched it and there was a cat in it and so of course we have to put Button in the other room because she's going to bark and she barked anyway and we put her in the room and she barked for a while but eventually she stopped. But there's no way in hell we would have got to watch that movie because it was violent and it had a cat in it. So that kind of puts the kibosh on a lot of stuff I want to watch if there's a dog. Hell, we can't even watch Scooby-Doo cartoons and this dog bark. I'm not joking. Or Tom and Jerry, anything like that, the dog will bark. But yeah, there were some just suggestions in the comments about some movies. I will check that out and put it on my list. Like I said yesterday, since Diane Keaton died, I think I'm going to watch some of her movies this week. Now, Friday, I'm going into work early, or I'm going to go into town early, and I have to run some errands, and I've got tickets to see Roofman. I'm going to go see that. And the one like big motivator for me to want to see that, it did get good reviews. People are saying it's good. Is that it's got Toys R Us in it. It takes place like the guy hides in a Toys R Us, and it's supposed to be based on a true story. I've never heard this, but as somebody that collects toys, when Toys R Us went out, I was very sad, and I'm glad to see, that we get. I don't know if they filmed this in Canada or because I think Canada still has one. Japan has a Toys R Us, and I'm actually going to Japan. Lifelong dream. Decided to go. I'm going in December because I get a couple of weeks off. I'm going, and that's something I'm going to try to do if I have time. Is to swing by the Toys R Us if it's anywhere near where I'm going to be. From what I've heard, Japan has so much good shopping and there's so many toy stores and things, so it should be a lot of fun. And I will probably do some toy reviews. I have a review that I'm going to do. I've got a She-Ra and Swiftwind figure. I almost didn't even get it, and I watched this other guy review it. And my friend got me this big She-Ra doll. It's almost like a Barbie. The thing's so big. And it has great artwork. Got it for me like, I don't know, 10 years ago. And for some reason in my mind, because it's always in the box, and I just see the beautiful artwork, I was thinking that had a Swiftwind in it, so I was kind of hesitant, like, I'm not going to get it, because I don't need another She-Ra, but I don't have a Swiftwind. I have the one from the 80s, but the one from the 80s is pink, and it doesn't really look anything like the cartoon Swiftwind. This looks just like the cartoon. And so I plan to do that sometime this week. Like I said this morning, I just wasn't very motivated. I'm just tired. It's hot again. See, I'm almost in Fayetteville now. It's 84 degrees already. It sucks. But yeah, and Halloween costumes, I'm not going to be Napoleon Dynamite and Paul be the grandma. I love Napoleon Dynamite. It's a very funny movie. If I was going to dress up, I want to be, I don't know, like Dorothy or Snow White, something kind of cute. I was debating being Elle Driver, but I'm at the point I'm not even sure I'm going to even do anything on Halloween. I'll probably just go to work. Paul said he wants to go to a haunted house. I said I would like to go to a haunted house as well, but if we go on Halloween day, there's probably going to be long lines to even get in. Years ago, back in, I guess the last one I remember was like 2011, they had a haunted hayride at this place called Turpentine Creek around here. If you're not familiar, it's a big cat sanctuary. They get cats that people get, they think they could be pets, or they rescue them from other places. And it's really a nice place where they give these cats a forever home. And they had some other animals too. They have a bear. And they used to have, I think, a parakeet inside. Years ago, they had a donkey. And they had some deer. I remember the deer I sponsored. The deer name was Fonda. I thought that was a cute name for a deer. But they stopped doing it, and I don't know if maybe the noise bothered the cats, but they had this like haunted hayride where you'd go on this hayride, and you'd go out and people would be screaming, and you think women would be getting cut up, and it was cool. And there's always a long wait though. I mean, you'd wait. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how long you would wait, but I just remember sitting there just waiting to get in. And I'm sure any haunted house is going to be like that too. And I would like to go, but maybe it'd be better to go before Halloween. But I don't even think Fayetteville has a haunted house. The neighboring areas are getting more cool stuff than Fayetteville anymore. Rogers, Bentonville area, they're getting all the stuff. Like Fayetteville, I don't know. I guess that they're just not business friendly or something. Because we used to get Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. That's in Rogers now. The AMP, where the concerts are, that's in Rogers now. A lot of the new stores are opening. They're in Rogers. The only new store we got is it Daiso or Daiso? I think it's Daiso. I think, and it's a neat little store. It's a Japanese store. And other than that, almost everything goes to Rogers. They just got a Five Below. They got a Lego store. I think that opened about a year ago. Because I was going to go to the grand opening, and I drove down there. I was going to go to my dad's, do the lawn, and I thought, oh, let's stop in Rogers, go to the Lego store. There was a line. It was insane. I was like, screw this. I'm not waiting this line. I'll just go when the line goes down. And I went to the Hallmark store, and I'm kind of friends with the lady that runs that. Because once again, that was in Fayetteville too. They had two, and then that lady told me, because she used to work at the one in Fayetteville, that the reason the one in Fayetteville is not there anymore is because minimum wage went up, and the guy didn't want to have to pay more, so they just let the store go. So there's one in Rogers. I think it's owned by the same people. And she told me that there was like a line to Hallmark from where this is, like a line just wrapped around of people trying to get into the Lego store, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I got a new Lego set too. They have Gizmo. I was so excited. I wasn't even looking for that. I was looking at something else, and your internet, your phone tends to read your mind, and they know what you like. And they're like, oh, you like Legos, and you like Gizmo and Gremlins, and I saw this big Gizmo. Of course, when you put it together, it won't be that big. It always looks bigger in the box. But I got one of those. Maybe I'll do a review of him too. I don't know how to review him much, though. I guess just put him together and say, yeah, he looks awesome, because he looks awesome from the box. So anyway, I'm almost at work, so I guess I will go ahead and close up shop, and thanks for watching. Bye.